people are getting lost in all of the detail of what governments are trying to do to keep them safe. And if we get caught up in always thinking about this contracted way of thinking, then how everything seems to contract in our lives. Now, I'm not saying don't do the things you're supposed to do them, absolutely do them, but don't get too over focused on them all the time, because you also need to be thinking in expansive ways at the moment. There is great opportunity at the moment for us to create a whole new type of a world, and it's only huge upsets like this that allow those sorts of opportunities, without horrible kind of revolutions where people are doing terrible things to each other. There's possibility for peaceful revolution when everything is disrupted, and what a great opportunity it is at the moment. So rather than placing all of your energy into this sort of contracted way of thinking, closing down, shutting back, pulling back, not say don't do those things, but also put your mind into what can be expansive. And the most helpful thing you can do really to stay centered, I believe, is to look forward into the future, and how you would like to see things emerging from this crisis, and what you personally could do to start creating that in some even very small way. So when you decide how you would like life to be different at the end of all of this disruption, you'll let go of focusing so much on the fear, and become more focused on how to lead yourself and others to a place where they can, help in some way to create the sort of world we prefer. Because we all know there are many, many things in the world that I'm sure many of us would prefer not to go back to, or not to still have running. The huge disparities of wealth would be one thing that is not helpful in the world at the moment. We all know that. So it's like, how can we build things, new structures, new ways of doing things from the ground up, rather than looking at a broken system and trying to fix it? Let's start a brand new world by making changes, complete changes, and making new systems for ourselves from the ground up. So just something to think about. These times are always challenging in many ways, but rather than, as I say, getting into that very contracted space where everything just seems to be getting smaller and smaller, and the sequence of thoughts that go around in your head seem to be the same loop over and over, we need to start thinking expansively about how we can create real change, real positive forward evolution, with the opportunities we're going to have while things are disrupted. Hope you're all well. Hope things are going okay for you, and talk to you soon. Bye now.